Hey, guys. How you doing? This is your boy, Mr. Luke Evan Brooks. Um, just wanted to talk to you for a second because it's been a while, and we're just using my camera. Let me see if I can clean it off a little bit because we got a little bit of a halo there. That ain't really help at all. And we're just using the computer here. Maybe we just bring it here. There it goes. Let's see. I think that's a lot better. So, how are you guys doing? It's been a while. Just been doing some things here, but let you know that we're still hosting our show. So if you haven't been coming on, again, this is Passive Income Central. I'm your host, Mr. Luke Evan Brooks. But just been doing research, been getting videos out. I know I was off by one last week, but don't you worry. We're gonna have more videos come on here, and we're gonna do maybe one more live later on this week uh, because I'll be out of the area, not this week, but the next week. I'll be gone for a little bit. So, but you'll still be able to get my videos. So, I hope everyone's coming in here, hoping to get people filled in to our live to see if we can get some people coming in here. Let's share this onto our Facebook. Let's get people on this. I want to get people jumping on, and we're gonna really, really do something. I sound like I'm going back and forth, but just have some stuff on my mind. Really want to get people to come in and have a good time and be realistic with it. We're doing live shows. I want people to be excited about that. And go to my little emailer here to create a little campaign. A lot of people don't know about this. I hope y'all doing well on this Sunday. It may be a Monday for some of y'all, wherever you may be at. But we're gonna still do a show, man. I want you to be comfortable. Now I'm using a different computer I purchased because the other one that I usually use, the workhorse one, is it's out of commission right now. So I took it to go get repaired. I probably won't see that thing until maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks. But it's no issues. We'll make it happen. I like making things happen, right? So I want y'all to tune in to me on our weekly basis where we actually talk about how to make money. Now, some of you may be going through some stuff, but I don't want you to give up. A lot of you may be thinking about quitting, the online business thing. I'm going to tell you why you should not do that. A lot of you are just, I don't know. I mean, a lot of you might be worried about what people will say, but you got to let that go. Hold on. We are on live. We are on live right now. Okay, so you gotta excuse me. I just had a lot of stuff on my mind. Just thinking about what we're gonna do here next. And you might say, what are you talking about? Let me get this cleared up before I say anything else, guys. Get the show going. So a lot of stuff on my mind as far as just making way for a new way of life, right? When you're doing entrepreneurship, a lot of people don't look at it as anything that's bad, because it's not anything bad that we're doing, but we're looking at a different angle. We're looking at it as if, what can we do to make ourselves better, and how can we help other people who are looking to get somewhere. And I tell you guys, I tell you this up and down, is that it's on you. You can make this happen. For me, talking to people in my past, and I usually don't talk to people in my past, but talking to people over the past week has actually helped me get my head focused and stuff that I've been going through, as far as just making sure that I jump into it, not wait. Yeah, my whole thing is that I want to study and study and study and study, but that's not gonna help you. sometimes you got to get enough information to make the decision and then go with it, right? And win, lose, or draw, you can't say to yourself that you never tried when you did try. And a lot of us don't do that. As an entrepreneur, the main reason why you want to start an online business is to have freedom. It's not always about money. Money comes as a result of what you're doing, but we always have to have a why. I remember when I was dealing with Mo a few years ago, and we were just talking to the one of the coaches, and they said, "What's your why?" And they said, "Well, someone said I want more money." He said, "Well, you don't need to start a business to have more money. You can just go work another job." He said, "You got to dig deep." And a lot of us don't think about our dig deep. So as I'm looking up now, I'm looking at my vision board. You know, that basically grounds me right there, just to keep my head focused on what I really want to do, and not something that other people want me to do. Is at the end of the day, when you are not, not happy, you're not satisfied with what you're doing at your job, you have to make these decisions. You have to go forward and make sure that you are taking positive action. And what I mean by positive action, you're making moves, and not sitting there saying you quit your job next day and just be like, "Well, we're on our own," but you're on the process of getting everything set up. It's kind of like chess. You're looking down the road as far as what do you need to do to actually get yourself up and running. A lot of people won't do that. A lot of people just be like, "Oh, well, it didn't happen for me, so I'm just going to give up." And I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to feel positive about what you want to have in life. You know, there's too many people who say they, wish they coulda, they shoulda, woulda, all this other crazy talk. You got to get that out your mind. So for me right now, we're just talking about with my partner entrepreneurship as far as real estate. I never did real estate before. I've been doing digital marketing for quite some time. I did stuff before I started online business with selling, but like actual real estate is a number one thing to make money. A lot of people don't want to hear that because at the end of the day, they're like, well, you can lose money here and there, but we already found something. Now, I'm not going to explain it right now until we get through it. And then I show it to you so you can be believers, because a lot of people are visual creatures and they do not go off of what people say. But I don't blame you for that. You want to see stuff, you want to see stuff. Um, we're talking about that. We're talking about the car business. We're talking about a lot of things that help us get money, because I was at one point where someone told me it's going to cost this much to start something. And I didn't have the money. I just shot it down. If there is a will, there is a way, as they say. And for me, I found an avenue. I found an avenue. I'm so happy about what I'm about to do. It's really got me thinking about everything in life. Everything that I've done to this point, it's got me thinking, like, what are we doing now? What are we gonna do? And I'm telling you guys, as an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to have multiple streams of income. If you don't have multiple streams of income, it's gonna be very painful. And I tell you this because some of you get into this habit where you just do one thing and then stuff don't happen, and you just like, forget it. I'm just gonna go do something else, and then you do one more something else, nothing else behind it, and it falls flat. You got to have multiple things. It's kind of like spinning plates. So if you have a plate, you ever seen that like in a talent show, magic show? They spin in the plate, they spin in the plate, then they get to this plate, they get this plate, they do this and that. What's the exception of you juggling all these plates? You're getting one lit up, you're getting another one lit up, you're getting another one lit up, and you put them in autopilot, as I say. Now, with the entrepreneur part, there's going to be some active work, but you can put people in place, people you can hire that like, hey, they can get on these phone calls all day. Even I'm working. You don't have to sit there and say, well, I'm not going to be able to actually start my business because of all these things that's going on. Don't count yourself out. If you got money, you can hire people. Like I was telling my friend, you can hire people, you can hire virtual assistants where they can do the phone calls for you. You give them a script, they do the closing, they do the talking to the customer, and then you run with it with that. It's all about that. It's all about just creating that habit of positive abundance. You have to think abundant. You have to be stress free, and you have to have belief. You know, is it going to be easy? It's not going to be easy, guys. Nothing's easy that's worth fighting for, right? Now, once you get into the habit of doing this on a regular basis, yes, it'd be easy. You could do this blindfolded. but you have to have that dedication and that focus to create your online business or business in general. Like I was telling one of my friends, I say some things that you can do that I learned through my experience that really doesn't cost you a lot. You just get a few signs, you put them in neighborhoods, you put them in areas, and you really talk to people, and people come and talk to you. People really want to work things out. A lot of people are not happy with their lives. A lot of people are suffering. They're suffering depression. They're suffering a lot of illness. Uh, for example, I was reading about a guy in my hometown in North Carolina. He just lost it. He went to a restaurant with his family, told him that he'd be right back. He forgot something in the car. He turned around, got in that car, ran the car into the store in the restaurant, right where his family was sitting at, and killed two people. And they sentenced him to 38 years. That happened like last year. They sentenced him to 38 years, and his thought behind it was that it wasn't him. Now, some people are, well, he flat out murdered someone. Yeah, he murdered someone, but you never know what depression, because he said he suffered depression. We don't know what type of depression that could have been. But a lot of us just accept it as if, you know, it's whatever. We don't have to deal with anything else. This person's making things up, and that's really not the case. I think for many of us, we have to really, really ask ourselves, is the struggle that we're going through now really worth it? Is it really worth your health? Is it really worth your sanity? Is it worth sacrificing being away from your family? What are you trying to get as an entrepreneur? What are you trying to get ultimately? For me, it's time with my family. I don't have much time with my family. My family's getting up in age, and I got aunts and uncles and stuff like that, right? And they're up there in their 70s and 80s. I don't have much time, right? I have less than 20 years to really get connected with these people again before they go off. And it's gonna happen. This is how this strange world is. You don't, our time on this planet is basically, you know, a wink of an eye, right? And then you're gone. And that's the straight up, as an entrepreneur, you gotta have that drive. I read someone tell me they want to have motivation. Motivation can wander, it can go flee, and you can have and then let go. You gotta have a drive, you gotta have a discipline to just stay focused on a course. And sometimes it will wander off. But what I'm telling you, I'm not sitting there saying you gotta go run a marathon when you never ran in your life before. What I'm telling you is that you need to take it one step at a time, whether it's you just building the networks, getting a virtual assistant, just taking that one thing at a time, and then work everything out. And when I say work everything out, I'm saying just putting everything put together. And that's why I like the autopilot system that I created. Now, I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to be worried about any of the things that's gonna have you stressed out as an entrepreneur starting out. A lot of people don't want to hear that. It is gonna be stressful. You're gonna be thinking you're gonna have that fear factor, you have that unknown factor, because we're built like that. If you've been working a regular 9 to 5 job, and you've been promised to get a check the first and the 15th of the month, and now this comes down to the point where you're now doing this on your own, ain't no income coming in other than what you making happen out here. It can be scary, but you have to go in there with a plan. So, guys, I hope that this helps you out. Wanted to come on here, do a quick live just to talk to you. Again, guys, if you like this content, you like what I'm offering you, please give a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and share. If you're tired of flipping burgers, you're tired of dealing with the nonsense bosses, you're tired of the unnecessary stress, you come to the right place. Again, my name is Luke Evan Brooks, and thank you for tuning in to Passive Income Central. Take care.